Hey, welcome back to my channel. By the title, you must be wondering, am I pregnant? Well, yes, I am pregnant. I know this feeling is out of the world. It is nerve-wracking when you want to know whether you are pregnant or not, and you are actively trying, or maybe you are not trying, but you are not sure whether there is a bun in your oven which is baking right now, and you are just speculating a lot many things every time you think that this time your period is about to miss, or well, it just missed and you had no idea whether you are pregnant this time or you can be pregnant. So it's my turn to tell you the symptoms and signs that I got when I was trying, maybe actively trying to be pregnant, and I was not sure how to, how to judge those signs. And believe me, I was just like you, watching all the videos available online, and I was looking at all the symptoms and ticking all the symptoms on my list every time I used to think that okay, maybe this time I'll miss my periods. And um, I think everything comes to an end when you are finally there, like when you finally see those two lines, those positive sign on your pregnancy kit. And it was just like that for me. So without further ado, let's start with the video. And to start with, we'll segregate this video into few major points, that few major symptoms that everybody thinks there are. And I'll probably burst those myths today, because sometimes I feel that those are overhyped, and some things are typically not at all concerned, or people are just not aware of it, and those get missed totally. And you can look for those signs, and I think that will help you in judging your body well. So let's start. So the first thing that everybody talks about is nausea or morning sickness. This one hit me hard. Like, everybody used to say that morning sickness is a thing, and you will be the you will be on the worst of your phase of pregnancy when this hits you. But regarding me, my personal experience, there was no such morning sickness or nausea at all. And I think I'm lucky in that way. I think it's because of my genes, because I talked to my mother, and my mother didn't have any morning sickness, and she was all good all the time. So, but I used to feel that I'll be terrible at that, because during my periods I used to had like severe migraines or vomiting, and sometimes I used to not do anything for one day because it was very very painful for me. So I was like, I will be at my worst if this morning sickness is a thing. But it was not a thing. um, I was not sure if it'll be there, but it was not there. And when I got to know that I'm pregnant, even that day I was like, a day before I danced for 3 4 long hours at like salsa, and I was not sure if I'm about to miss my periods. But that was it, and I never felt like I'm going to vomit. So it was good, honestly. Now, but if you have morning sickness, and if you are feeling it, I have heard from most of my friends that it will not last more than 3 4 months. I don't know how it feels, but I know how painful it can feel, because during my periods I had felt all those things, and I know it is troublesome. But hang on in there and just stay calm and positive and feel like you are moving ahead towards your baby, and it's so beautiful feeling. So you'll definitely try to forget that morning sickness even if you have it. So there you go, lady, just be happy, just be happy about this phase. The next thing is breast tenderness. Now, every time I used to think that I am pregnant, but I was not pregnant, I even used to have a certain tingling in my breast, especially you can call it like PMS phase, like just before periods for 1 week or so. I used to have those sensations. But believe it when I say this sensation is quite literally different from when you are pregnant. Like in the, if I say early pregnancy phase, no, there was no such uh, major difference in the breast tenderness. But once I got to know that I am pregnant, I think from the ninth, weeks onwards, my breasts were so tender, like so tender to the touch that even the shirt used to feel why I'm wearing this shirt. Like I used to feel that everything is sticking to my nipples and everything is just so annoying in that phase. So those of you who have your friends who are pregnant, or maybe you can ask your mothers, maybe this is not at all wrong. I feel this is the, like, one of the honest thing about pregnancy, that breast tenderness happens, and it might be mild for you and it might be very like extensive for you, but I think it will be there for sure. So keep an eye on that, keep an eye on that. Like, have a feeling how your breast feels before and after pregnancy, and you will definitely notice a change. Another thing is fatigue or tiredness. Well, I never had any nausea, I never had like too much trouble with my pregnancy, but I definitely had a few days, especially around 8th weeks to like 10th or 11th week, I was extremely tired. Like, not like I was not trying to do anything, or not like I was not able to do some things. I was definitely very active throughout. I was not just lying down and doing nothing, but I was definitely sleeping more often than I do. I was, I am not someone who would sleep in the morning. I would always sleep at night, and 7 to 8 hours of sleep is enough for me. But this was the time when I was sleeping to my best. Like, I was like, I'm blessed because my husband, he's a perfect sleeper. Like, he can sleep anytime, anywhere, anyhow. And I was always little jealous of him. Like, how can he sleep so well? I want such kind of a sleep. And once I was pregnant, I could sleep, like I am telling you, I could sleep 3 times a day, and I was still sleepy, like not tired as such, but I could sleep. And I was very thankful to him. I still thank him that you have given me something, like in your DNA, there is something which is inside me now, and I'm sleeping well, and I'm feeling all good, all gay again. And this was such a happy feeling. So, honestly, this one thing was there for me. I don't know about you. I have heard that many people like even feel extremely tired in this phase, and I can honestly agree on that, because this is the time when your body is producing, your body is experiencing a whole lot of changes, hormones, your your appetite, everything is changing now. So it is time to relax, give yourself that time, and that time is very important for you. So don't think that you are the only one who is sleeping, or why are you tired. Don't get irritated on yourself. Just believe in yourself, believe in your body, and think that okay, this is my time to relax. So have that time. Even if you are doing some job, like in my case, I was also doing a job. I'm still doing a job, and I was like, what to do? should I sleep, should I go? So I tried to have work from home. I tried to do as much work as I can from home so that I can, I can give myself that time, and it was very much needed. And I appreciate that the people gave me the time. So try to negotiate with your company or your workplace that this is the time that you need, and don't really compromise on your body and on your needs. So you will feel it later that it helps when you relax. It helps you a lot. Next thing is frequent urination. Okay. Well, yes. Another fact. Like I am not the person who would have an urge to urinate like any time of the day. I can safely skip urinating if I want for like 2-3 hours. I can manage. But when I am pregnant, once I was pregnant, I could not help but go and pee immediately. Like there were times when I was sleeping and I am like totally in slumber, and I used to wake up to go to pee, because I have no other option. Like, and even though the baby is still like small, he or she is still like two 2 centimeters or 3 centimeters, but still your uterus is expanding, even though it is not that big. But the hormones like progesterone and other hormones like relaxin, they relaxes your muscles. And the moment your bladder is little bit full, you want to urinate as immediately as possible. So this was the thing, and I truly bet on this, that if you are pregnant and you are urging to pee, just go and pee, because if you try to stop it, it will harm you or just put more pressure on your pelvis. It's not good for you. So this was another big thing. Another thing is light spotting or cramping. I mean, to be honest, I was literally thinking that I will get some, implantation bleeding or something. And I was always looking for these signs like implantation bleeding. Well, one day when I was in my office, I went to pee, and it was, I think, 2 days before I found out that I'm pregnant. And there was a very slight, and I won't say it was red or pink. It was just a brownish, just very slight spot. And I still thought that it might be those one or two few drops that just end up being there, and I was not sure whether it is actually an implantation bleeding. But after I got to know, like 2 days after, when I checked and I was pregnant, then I could relate to it. So I can say that don't think that it will be a very big amount of chunks of blood that you experience during your periods. It might be very slight tinge of color in your panty or in your panty liner, or maybe you are expecting your period, so you might be putting on a pad. So there might be a very slight dot. But as I know from the fact that this may not be true for everyone, not everyone experiences the implantation bleeding. And you don't have to really look up to that, no, this this thing. It's not really common. So if you are not experiencing an implantation bleeding, don't worry, you still might be pregnant. And if you are experiencing it, I can tell you that you are not going to have heavy chunks of blood on that day. You might experience a few spots here and there, and those spots might be different from the color that you usually experience during periods. Another thing was cramping. I honestly didn't feel any cramping. In fact, when I used to get my periods, at least 1 week before, I used to cramp. I used to have those PMS symptoms where I used to cramp, where I used to feel that something is pulling, something is pulling down, deep down something is pulling and something is about to come out. I used to feel that. But this time I think I felt it for one day, not immediately before I found out, but one day around 1 week before I felt little cramping. So it might be implantation cramping, I don't know. But there was a little cramping 1 week before I found out. On the day I found out, there was no cramping, no bleeding, nothing. And in fact, one day before, as I told you, I had the perfect day of my life. Like, I spent 3 hours dancing with my friends, with my Japanese friends here, and it was fun. And in fact, on that day, I was wondering, I was little worried that if I get my periods, how would I be able to dance and how would I be able to enjoy with those people. But in fact is one, no period was there and I was happy and I returned home. The next day I went to my company for work, but there was something in me which, which was not feeling like a period this time. Like when I went to my company and I returned back, on the way I went to drugstore and get that pregnant home pregnancy kit, because somewhere I was feeling it's different. Somewhere I wanted to check. Even though I have been, like, I had been checking since many times now, so I used to have kits at my home, but this time it was not there, so I had to get one. And the intuition was there, so I checked, and rest is history. Yeah, I was pregnant. So, but I can tell you that this was the time I was at my best state of mind. I usually used to worry a bit every time we used to think. I used to worry that whether this is the time or not, whether this time I'm pregnant or not. But this time I was pregnant and I had the best times. Like, I visited to many places. I had most fun and most, like, extreme activities. In fact, people say that when you are trying to conceive, don't do extra activities and don't do many sporty activities or something like that. But I think as long as you are not sure you are pregnant, just be active as much as you can. Be physically active, be happy, and be stress free. These are the words which are like, you know just think about it. It's not myth, it's not wrong at all. These are true things. It happens. The moment you stop thinking that when I'm going to be pregnant, when will I be having a baby, or is it me, is there something wrong with me, is there something wrong with my partner, stop thinking all this bullshit. This is nothing but making you more worry about your things. And the moment you will find out that you are pregnant, in fact, watch that time period. In fact, watch that 1 month in which you were the most happy. In fact, I was the most happiest in that 1 month, and I used to worry before, but this time, because my weight was reducing, my health was improving, I was more in a appreciation mode. I was more grateful to myself that I, like, helped myself in creating this shape that I am in today. So I was more happy about it rather than worrying about will I be pregnant this time. And I got pregnant. So I will definitely share about my, story in some next video. But I can bet on this that don't worry, think positive, stay positive. Life is good. If not this time, next time, and you will have it. My friend, this is 2025. Nobody is there who is not getting pregnant now. There are many, many methods. Even if not like naturally, I think there are many methods to help you conceive. So don't worry so much. Life is not ending here. You have plenty of time. And also, when it is the right time, he or she will come. The baby will arrive when you are ready, when your body is ready. And if you try to push it harder, even if the baby arrives, there will be some kind of, mishaps or things which might not be good for you. So just think positive, have a happy feeling that whenever he or she comes, you should be in a positive state of mind, not in a very state of mind, because it will definitely affect your pregnancy or your baby. So this comes to the next thing, that is mood swings. Hmm. I sometimes get moody when the period is around. So when I'm PMSing, I get moody usually. I am not like trying to hit somebody, but definitely I get moody. I have my like food aversions. I try to eat whatever I like and I don't eat whatever I don't like. But this time I was not moody at all. I was just happy. As I'm saying that I was in a happy state of mind, I never thought that I am moody or something. In fact, the moment I got to know, I got more happier. So there was no such thing like moody, because honestly, because of my health, I was feeling perfectly normal and good. In fact, during periods, I feel little annoyed, I feel little laid back, but this time I was not in that state of mind, so I was not moody. I don't know about you, but if you get moody, don't feel bad about it, because I think that's again hormones. Hormones play a very vital role in your life, and those are in not actually in your control. Some of them are, but some of them are not. So try blaming those sometimes instead of blaming yourself. Life is easy, take it easy. Not Don't think that if you are moody, then oh, it's a guilt on me. No, life is good. And you, as a girl, as a woman, you are doing a lot already. You are doing a lot every month. I know periods are normalized, and pregnancy is also little normalized in this world. Even though these are natural things, I don't think this has to be normalized. Every body is different, every person is different, and every girl has a different story to tell. So believe in your story and embrace yourself. Even if you are moody for a while, try to, you know appreciate it. Try to think that okay, this will pass. You'll be more happy. Now the next thing is body temperature. Okay, again, during PMSing, I usually get my body temperature little elevated to like half degree or 1 degree Celsius higher. But in pregnancy, I used to feel bit more warmer, like maybe around 1.5 or 2 degree higher. And this continued for like 3 months at least. I was always feeling hotter than my partner. In fact, this is opposite. I am always on a cooler side, but I was feeling little hotter, and it was still like cold here in Japan, but not so cold. It was around March, so I was not. Still, I was feeling to have a blanket with me all the time, because I was feeling little warmer. So yes, you might feel your body temperature slightly elevated, and you can actually, I didn't check it because I knew it was higher and it was not troublesome or bothering me. I was not feeling like I was having a fever, but there was definitely a more warmer side of me. So if you really want to check, you can check your body temperature first thing in the morning, just after waking up, and you can track if your temperature is changing. It might change up to 1 or 2 degree if you are pregnant. Next thing is headaches. My friend, I am someone who had no nausea, no vomiting, no any severe mood swings or food aversions, but I definitely had headaches, which is a thing with me. I usually have migraines on my periods, especially. So those are hormonal related. I have nothing to do with any other sickness, but I think it was hormonal related again. So sometimes I had headaches for like 2 3 days straight, migraine, and I don't know what to do, because usually when I have migraine I take ibuprofen, and it is not allowed in pregnancy. No NSAIDs are allowed in pregnancy, so I could not take any over the counter drug, and but I was having some tough time with migraines, so I talked to my OB, and the doctor told me that you can take acetaminophen if you are having migraines in this time, and you can try to relax, don't overdo in those days. And but those who have migraines, they must be knowing that it is hard. It does not resolve itself, or sometimes it does not resolve even with the medicines. So you really have to calm yourself down and just trust that it will go back to normal. So yes, if you are someone who has a history of migraines or who has a history of headaches, you are, I think, prone to get migraines or headaches in your pregnancy as well. So just make sure that you do not take any medications by yourself or over the counter drugs. Just check with your OBGYN and check with your doctor and talk to them. They will definitely provide you with an alternative. In my case, it was acetaminophen, and even though it did not work so well compared to ibuprofen, but it definitely relaxed me a bit. And other things that I used to do during migraines were taking a bath, or even though I could not sleep well, but I used to do deep breathing exercises, sometimes yoga, to keep myself little calmer. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I know I'm here. I'm about to tell you more about my pregnancy journey, more about how I feel about every trimester or every week or months. So stay tuned for further updates, and I wish you all the best if you are pregnant or if you are trying to conceive. And congratulations if you are already pregnant. And stay tuned for my information. Like just I'm here just to tell you whatever I used to feel, and believe it, I'll be honest with you. See you in my next one.